Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the finale of the Dad's Go Sim Racing Season 6. And as you will now be able to hear in the background, action is already underway on the track, and surprise, surprise, it's a wet Silverstone that will be transitioning into nighttime during the race. My name is Tomasz. I will be your commentator for tonight. I am also joined by Christian and Steven to help me with the commentating. Hello, Christian. Hello, Steven. How are you guys tonight?
Good evening, Tom. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for asking, and welcome to the classic British weather at Silverstone today.
It's great to be here, guys. I just came back from bloody hot Italy, 40 degrees, and now I'm on a Silverstone wet and damp track,
And
it's
cold.
cold, 16 degrees. Brilliant. I will bring my warm winter coat, and luckily we're in the commentator booth.
Yeah, hello, chat as well. We have Sean on chat already, sending his graces. Hello, Sean. How are you tonight? We still have around 2 minutes only left of free practice, even though the timer says 5 minutes, but we will be progressing to qualifying sooner than that. And to use those 2 minutes, let's quickly jump onto our leaderboards, starting with the bronze category, or the AM category, where we have Mr. Don Speak English in his Audi leading the category with 265 points. In second place,
Decent lead. That's a decent lead.
Yes, a very good lead. He leads 29 points over Sam Rock in the second place, and who is followed by Mark Schwartz further down by next 4 points. Moving on to the silvers, Charlie McCabe leading with 242 points, followed by Dave White on 235. And in third spot, Nick Giles with 231 points. So silver class is still very much open to a good battle in the finale, and I guess we'll have to wait until the last race to see who will come out on top.
It's going to be very tight. We know the drivers; they're extremely well. They have a lot of experience, and we're in for some very interesting battles there.
Exactly. And in the gold class, or the Pro Am class, we have Alexander Goncalves leading by 7 points with a total tally of 254 points over Jordan Cotton in P2. And we have Thomas Pichon in the third spot for the gold category with 245 points. Another class that is very much open and could swing either way. As well as silver, a very competitive category, and some good drivers in that lineup, and we are expecting a nice battle here as well. Up to the last, but certainly not least category, Platina category, we have Gabriel Hauke leading with 267 points over Roman Froller with 244 points, followed by Mick Carton with 232 points. Although a little bit higher difference, but still anything can happen tonight. It's a wet race. It can go horribly wrong very quick.
What do you think, guys? I see a lot of BMW M4s in the top of the leaderboards, but I think the McLaren is also very quick here.
I think the big difference today is going to be how well the cars are going to perform in the wet.
In the wet, yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I always felt like the front engine platform of the BMW is really favorable to the wet conditions, but then again, I've only really driven those cars in the wet, so that's just what I prefer personally. I don't know how about you guys.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the of the BMW because it's very stable. But in the wet on Silverstone, it can be a tricky car to drive.
Well, you know me, all of those cars have the engine in the very wrong position because it's ahead of the rear axle. That's a no-go for me. It has to be slung over the rear axle to be a car for me. So
Yeah.
yeah, but in seriousness, yeah, BMW is very strong here in the wet, and also the McLaren can be a serious contender here. So it should produce very interesting racing. And if I'm not mistaken, we also have Mr. Hakon Roholt tonight around. I think I saw him somewhere. Or actually not. He's not on the server currently. So currently we are with 38 drivers. That's quite a nice turnout, right?
Yeah, end of the season. It's always a bit slow, but this time it's a lot of drivers. Considering that we started with 58 in the beginning, there's still a big show up.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad, especially considering how hot the weather is in throughout Europe for the drivers on the continent.
Yeah, it's been hell the last few weeks.
Yes, that is very much true. And while we're waiting for the lads to go around the first laps and start setting times, how about we invite someone into the commentary box? Do you have any preference on anyone who we should drop in? Of course, they shouldn't be driving currently. So anyone from Pro or Platinum category is fair.
Is Hitman in the Pro class? We could have the big boss coming into the chat for a bit.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mr. Hitman, welcome to the commentary box. How are you tonight? That was an impressive speech before the event. I mean, before the night started.
Yeah, I was practicing it all day. I got WB Yates to write it for me.
Nice.
That's good.
Oh.
What's the crack, boys? Are you glad to be finished with the season of commentary?
I will be honest. I am quite enjoying myself. But I am missing driving with you lads. It's always a great crack to drive with you. So I'm kind of torn.
Well, I was having this conversation with someone not 10 minutes ago about the quality of the commentary and how I was so appreciative of the two of you doing it. Not only did it add so much to the races, but it also meant there was two faster guys not in front of me.
That was probably it. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna make me blush.
No.
Well, just to ruin the fun for you, we're going to be back for the next season, or at least me, hopefully.
At least in the AC season.
I'll ban the two of you. Ban you to the commentary box. Yeah, what was I going to say? The weather should make it interesting tonight.
Definitely.
It's drying for the rest of quali, and I'm hoping for a flooded track for the race. As I have very little practice done, so I'm hoping everyone else just makes disastrous mistakes, and I somehow manage to keep it clean for one race this season.
Have you been speaking with, or have you listened to Stevens, and are you going to cave to his requests for the flooded track? I mean.
If I could do it mid-race, I'd do it. But unfortunately, with Assetto's weather variance things, the track is either going to be like a sea or dry or something in between that nobody can figure out what the magic formula is.
Either way, I'm very much sure that it will produce interesting close racing as it has all season been at DGSR, and I'm sure this race will not disappoint either. Only the commentators might disappoint with showing imagery of standings or grandstands instead of the action.
Well, as long as you don't give me the commentator's course, I'll be happy.
All right,
we're going to do our best.
All right, guys, you heard him. Curse on Hitman.
Yeah, turn the car off, going over to start finish line.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, Charlie McCabe has set a super fast time, 2:09.1.
Oh my God!
Yes.
And he is leading by over 2 seconds to Rich.
To Rob Larby at the moment. So just give us the admin password. We'll apply some ballast.
Ballast.
/ ballast.
With some ballast.
Forward
/ ballast
sandbags.
all.
100 kilos extra for everybody.
All the
yeah.
ballast.
He actually has a class bonus. Why does he have class bonus?
What?
Because if you win, you get a bonus. You get
There's bonus points per class.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. That's why.
See, you've
Steve,
been
you should know these things when you're a professional joining these two boys.
Oh, I do know where he is heading. He's heading into Abbey. coming up to farm. Yep.
I know somewhere.
I thought
around
you were going to
this
say
area.
he's heading into platinum.
He might be doing that in the next season. To be fair, with the way he's been driving,
for sure. He probably should have been there this season, but he was having a bit of a rough time before the start of the season, like myself. But I bowed to complaints and I went up when I should have stayed where I was. I could have been sandbagging with McCabe for the season.
Exactly.
Alternatively, we could also be applying car-borne sandbags for the next season, and just handicap people with the Jag or the V12 Aston or the REX. That could be interesting to equal out the battles a bit.
It could be a very good suggestion. Here's your prize: you get to drive the worst car in the game for the next league.
I like the idea of the random racing, that you have no idea what you're going to drive.
Yeah. That's good fun.
Charlie just improved his lap time by half a second to a 2:08.6.
Yes.
Charlie could be like ahead of the second thing altogether. Guys, I'll let you back to fair play, and thanks again for commentating all season.
Right.
Have a good qualifying.
Cheers, guys. Talk to you after.
I'm pushing you back up.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yes.
We've had some. In the meantime, we've had some very appreciative comments in the YouTube chat. It's very nice from Jan Hojacek to give us some praise.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jan. Much appreciated. And at the same time, Dave White in the second BMW has said also a very blistering quick lap.
Ooh,
also
look
208.
at that. Yep. The BMWs are showing to be very competitive here.
Yes, indeed. Well, the rain is reducing, and the track may be drying up a little bit, so we may see some lap improvements.
Improvements now, in general. Could be, yeah.
I wouldn't be worried about Charlie heading up the entire field with the way that the track is going to be drying in the process. I think in the next 5 minutes or 10 minutes, we're going to get a reduction in wetness, and people will be going a couple of seconds faster in the second part of quali.
It would be really, really interesting if you would have had like almost dry beginning of qualifying and a very soaked ending, because it could mean that drivers could be mixed up even more between the categories.
Yes, now it will be a bit more like the standings overall.
Yeah,
exactly. And to go a little bit to the bronze class, Chenda Burzek is currently P1 in the bronze class, leading actually on the provisional pole, and he is ahead by around 2/10, which also shows for a very close field in the bronze class as well.
It's going to be interesting also for the championship.
Definitely. Don is currently down in P6 for the bronze class. Yes, he is struggling to find some pace to find the lap time for this qualifying.
Yeah, and the same goes for Mark Schwartz, who is in points at the same level as Chenda.
Yes, indeed.
So that would be an interesting development in that class. Well, we'll see how that develops.
Yeah, it is shaping up for a very good race. So we have 3 more minutes. I propose we pull in another Pro class or Platinum class driver before they are released into the wild. And let's just pick someone at random. How about Phil Walker? Let's see if he is around. If I find them in There he is. Hey, Phil. Welcome to the commentator's box. We're casting some curses tonight. How are you doing?
Hey guys, I'm alright, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, we're all good, man. We're
Good.
enjoying the racing already.
Yeah, just wanted to pull you in before you are released to do your qualifying. How are you feeling tonight? Particularly moist?
Yeah, no, I prefer Silverstone wet to dry, but I'm looking in the practice times. I'm still not super quick.
Yeah, get those sandbags in.
Yeah. Get the racing driver excuses in. Well, with the track drying out a bit, are you expecting to be a little bit faster than Charlie, who's currently holding, is it 2:08 on in pole position?
I'm not sure. I will aim for Charlie. Like those top 2 times look pretty swift. I'd hope to be able to beat the ones below that, but yeah, it's going to be touch and go.
Yeah. Did you find a good setup for the Lambo?
It's all right. It's basically the full wet, and then I mess around. I like the engine map as normal, and TC down a little bit. So it's all right.
Okay, because it's a nasty car to drive. It's it loves you or it hates you.
Yeah, I've got on all right with it. I quite like it, but yeah, it can be a bit tricky sometimes.
Cool. We'll see how you handle it.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all.
No pressure.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to move you up since it's like a minute until your qualifying slot begins. Thanks for joining us. Good luck in the qualifying. Good luck in the race. And
thanks, guys. You're all awesome.
Have a good race.
Thank you. We'll see you after.
See ya.
In the meantime, we've had a comment in the YouTube comments asking if we're going to be pulling people mid-battle into the Discord channel and interviewing them in the process. Just to be more like the real Scuderia Ferrari interviewing their racing driver in the middle of an overtake. What do you guys think?
Well, that is a reassuring yes.
When they're in the pit. we can do it when they're in the pit lane, but you don't want to be disturbed when you're going through Abbey and Farm there, braking hard on Farm. It's or going through the S's.
I absolutely agree. I think it would be a little bit mean, and we have a little bit more professionalism than the Ferrari pit wall.
Yes,
I hope so. Yes.
we have joked about it a couple of times, but no, we will not be doing this for real. So we will leave the drivers to drive during the race. We are not even pulling drivers in during the qualifying. Only those that are not qualifying. Since our qualifying format is that bronze and silver category drivers go out on track first, while pro and platinum category drivers are seated in the pits. And that's
can you go to the end of the pits? Can you go to happen? If you can probably see it now because he's passing. That there's already a line forming.
Yes, the pros are.
Oh, you can't. They're all waiting.
The pros are actually already out on track.
They're on the track, right?
Yes, they go on track at the 15-minute mark. That's when the bronze and silver class drivers are finishing their laps. And here we go, Batman is already on.
Batman just holiday. He's on a mission.
Yes, exactly.
There's the only Lexus in the field, I think.
You are correct. Actually.
Yeah, normally I would have joined him in a Lexus, but because I'm a fan of the car. But,
yeah, he was very, very interesting to see him drive on Paul Ricard, because on the straight it was just
so fast.
Nothing that could match its speed there, but on the twisty bits he did struggle, but still, we have to commend Paulo for taming the old beast.
It's a super nice car once you get to get the right setup done. It's a bit difficult to get the corner let it corner in. Once you get that correct, it's a beauty to drive.
Yes, indeed. It is. It also sounds very awesome. The V8 is rumbling, and it makes my arm hair stand up whenever I hear it.
I always struggled with this car when I enter farm and village. So in that tight turn up to the Wellington Straight, it's very hard to get it off the line somehow. You need to nail that corner. You can win over a second there almost.
Yeah, it's the high torque of the V8 that's going to give you some trouble out of the really tight stuff in that car, isn't it? But
yeah, you need to be really gentle with the throttle.
Yeah, but like you said earlier, it's the sound of it. It's one of the best sounding cars in the game, alongside probably the Jag and maybe the V12 Aston.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love driving the V12 Jag back in that random car event that we had. It was, it was awesome sounding, even though it is very low on aero, but it's still. Yeah, but nothing beats the sound of the Porsche Cup car. And I'm just amazed that I haven't mentioned this car so far in the in the whole this commentating.
Well, you are the president and CEO of the Porsche Cup fan club.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. So how's it looking at the top of the leaderboard?
Still.
Did we get first lap times in?
No, the laps are still haven't completed the first laps. Gabriel Hauke will be the first one to cross the line.
That's a big slide.
Oh, I just missed it. And reset.
Pavel's just ruined his lap, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And Gabriel Hauke is about to cross the start-finish line just now, setting the first
there we go.
pro lap, or the platinum lap.
A benchmark lap.
And it's P3.
That's
8/10 of Charlie McCabe.
Yeah, and look at that. He is even beaten by David.
Yes, Dave Lewis and Rich Gasson go quicker, but still 6/10 of the pole. So yeah, Charlie has set a blistering fast lap, and Roman Froller is the first one to come a little bit closer, but still 4/10 of the pole lap. So yeah. We have to congratulate
a lot of BMWs at the top.
Yes, so we have P1, P2, and P3 are with BMWs, and Mick
Tartan. There we go, Mick.
Mick Tartan has snatched pole by almost 2/10.
Wow.
Yeah, just about first beating that time.
Yeah, but it's our first lap out, so that's good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They've still got 10 minutes to make those lap times.
I think we'll end up maybe in the 2:06.
Probably. I think looking at the weather, it's just the rain's just gone down a level, so I'm expecting the track to go from wet to damp, maybe to greasy, through the next 10 minutes of quali.
Don't expect it to go all the way down to greasy, but definitely I can see a drier line forming on the driving line, which could of course help with lap times. And Wayne just came onto the YouTube chat that Charlie and Dave need to be moved up to the gold class before the race starts.
Before the race starts.
Yeah.
Well, sadly, that's not an option. That's not how a system of seasons work. But it would be interesting because he's probably a fan of Nick Giles, who's in third position in the championship silver group. That would mean him moving up to first position.
Yeah, exactly. And
but that can still happen. No, because Nick is not in the race, is he? Is Nick there? I didn't see him.
Giles.
I don't think he is.
No.
He is not.
And Dagan, is Dagan here?
No, Dagan I think has gone away for holiday, so he can't make the last race.
You're correct.
Yeah. So that would mean that Eddie Wilkins and Ryan and Matt have actually a chance to move up maybe a position or two.
Indeed. While we wait for some more laps to complete, how about we invite our next guest into the conversation?
Invite Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie did an awesome job.
where is Charlie?
There you go.
Yes. He's on mute, but
hello,
I'm sure he'll have time
Mr.
to
Sandbagger, Charlie. How is it
hey,
going?
there he is.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, you sound so guilty.
yeah. I think you'll be moved to Platinum category for the next season. No, that's
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Charlie, be honest with us. How many laps of practice have you done before today?
500.
No, like honestly, maybe 50. I don't know. I did the Learn to League the other night, and then I've been just jumping on here and there. But the wet racing, I do enjoy the wet, but it's just so high risk. I don't really like it in leagues, so yeah, it'll be interesting.
You got the right lines, that was for sure.
It was good fun. You just got to avoid some of those curves; they can kill you.
Yeah, we just got the time. We just had a new pole sitter. Hakon Roald just showed up in the Lambo, and
yes.
And he just set the fastest lap time of all.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, Charlie. You've been moved out of the top spot, but
yeah, but you're still sixth, so you're still beating the platina and gold guys.
Yeah, I just want to win silver class. That's all I care about today. I don't mind who finishes in front of me as long as it's no one in silver. So
you're lucky. We saw that Nick and Dagan are not there, so two of your main competitors are not showing up because they're on holiday, or so you have only Dave to worry about, and just make sure you finish.
Yeah, Dave's very close.
Dave's very close.
Yeah.
It will be a battle to watch for us during the race for sure.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that the people between me and Dave at the minute don't improve at all, and that's how we start. I want some golds in between us.
Yeah, give yourself a little bit of space between you two.
That's it. And let's hope he doesn't go for some sort of crazy undercut or something, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, Ryan suggested I should join, but due to technical issues in the server settings, I couldn't join tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be worried.
You're lucky, man. You're lucky.
Taking PayPal payments from people to take them out.
Yeah, man. Money in the bank. Got me an extra pizza in Italy last week.
Yeah.
Oh, no, awesome. So, good luck with the race.
Yep. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers.
Yeah. All the best, mate.
All the best,
See you later.
and
good luck.
Good luck. All right, that was Charlie, currently in the silver P1. Silver P1 is.
Dave? Want to check out Dave?
Dave.
What his race tactics will be? How to take out Charlie? Dave White?
Dave White, yes, just a moment. Let's look at our current leaderboard. Here we have Hakon Roholt leading with, in a provisional pole. Oh, as Rich Gasson just loses that pendulum of an ass on the Porsche and is in the grass. And behind Hakon, we have Roman Frawler improving by 3.5 tenths, which brings him very close to a P1. Let's see where he ends up currently, and goes second and is only 0.06 of a second off the top time currently. In P3, then we have Cotton and in another BMW who just reset the pits. That's awesome.
Yep.
But we have very tight timings in the top 10, around a second between P1 and P8. Actually, very much less than a second, only 8 tenths.
Incredible.
Yes.
It's incredible to see so much. The competition over the seasons has improved dramatically.
Indeed.
It's so cool to be part of this community, and it's fun. It's fun actually to do commentating once in a while, just to watch the other guys do their laps.
Indeed.
But it's also, like you said, it's a bit mixed feeling because you also want to be part of it now.
But we'll get our chance.
We get a chance again in the next season.
The next season, right? And
For sure.
yeah, as for the next person to invite, I propose we invite Ben Goimer, who is on P1 for the bronze class.
Okay, cool.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
Hello, Ben. You are on candid camera or the commentary box. Are you around?
Hello. Yes, I am.
Hey, welcome. Congrats on the P1 for the bronze category. How are you feeling for the race?
I'm just looking to survive.
Just to survive, yeah. That's often a very good tactic, especially in wet races, because you can count on carnage that will unfold in front of you and gain places through that way, right?
Absolutely. I've made sure I put my wet tyres on my pit stop. That's
very smart.
Tip there.
That's a good pro tip. That's a pro tip.
That is. I've fallen foul of that before, so not this time.
Yeah, that is a very, very smart strategy. Very un-Ferrari-like of you.
But let's just hope that make sure you have an alternative setup as well for your pits.
Absolutely.
I've got dry up.
Exactly. I've got my dry aggressive ready to go.
All right. Awesome stuff.
All right. That's great. We'll be calling you into the pits when you're in the heat of the battle, like side by side with someone. Sounds good?
Absolutely. That's why I live for that.
Yeah. All right, man. Good luck tonight in the race. I'll be bumping you back up into the race chat.
Lovely. Cheers, guys.
And have fun, man.
Have a good race.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was Ben Goimer. As
last lap has started, I guess.
Last lap
1 minute to go.
Started. Yes. Let's see.
Ooh, look at Roman. Roman is very close.
Yes.
No overtaking during quali, guys.
I don't think that was an overtake. It was more of a mistake. And Dave was around 2/10 up, which would have put him in P1 if.
So maybe Pavel was in on an outlap. I don't know.
I am unsure if Pavel was on an outlap.
It's unfortunate though.
It's possible, but yeah, it's unfortunate. But it sort of brings back that that discussion that we were having at the real Silverstone race about that sausage curb there.
Yes.
And how it can really launch you across that chicane, and it's just such a tough place to get to go off the track, just because something like we've seen can happen.
Indeed. And sorry that I have to interrupt this, but we have here Isaac Santiago improving his lap time by 6/10, which would put him well into P1 if he manages to keep that advantage throughout the lap.
Exactly. He's nearly there.
Yes.
I think we will. Oh, and the practice session or the quality session is over. So everybody's on the last lap.
Exactly. Hakon is already done. So if Isaac manages to finish this lap, to hang it around the final corner, and he is 6.5 tenths up, I think we're going to see a switch into P1.
Wow. And
Indeed.
there we go.
There he goes. Yeah.
Improves by a whole tenth over Hakon Roholt. Congratulations, Isaac. That was a very good lap.
That's really. Oh, what about Gabe? Is he still around, or is he?
Gabe is
still on track.
Is still on track, but is 1.5 seconds down on his best lap. So unfortunately, he will.
He is not having his best qualification so far.
No, he is down in P15.
But if he's, he's coming into the pit. Yeah, he gives up.
Yeah, big pit entry
so
practice.
I think we are. It's safe to say, unless we got Gonzalez improving, but
Gonzalez is not improving. He is like on his similar to his PB, and
he's not too far, but he doesn't quite make it. I think.
Well, that's still a good.
A good time, definitely a good time.
Is he P1 in the
gold class?
Pro?
Yes, gold pro. That is belongs to Gonçalves. P2 in gold is Dvorak. I believe he is gold. And
I think so. And then Thomas Pichon in P3 for the goals.
Yes, also showing signs of a good battle.
Definitely. And then Dave White is going to be interspersed with that from the silver class. Realistically, everybody who's doing the laps in the 208s is going to be in for a really good battle through the race.
Yeah, but look at that. There's only 1 second for the whole top 10. So that's incredible. So yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of tight battles. So hopefully everybody gets through the first corners. It's always
yeah, it can be a tight squeeze. It can be a tight squeeze.
It always is. Yeah, it's a very tough one.
Yes.
Oh,
indeed.
look at that.
There is some rain in this session, so watch out for slippery curves and remember to brake earlier.
Yes.
Right, looking at.
Thank you for the recommendation, Mr. Pit guy. All right, let's see our starting grid. Since we have only 3 minutes and 40 cars to cover, let's just run through them. Isaac Santiago in P1, followed by Hakan Roholt in the Lamborghini. Then we have a bunch of BMWs, Roman Froller at the top, Dave Lewis, Cotton, Cormac Quinn, Tartan, and P7, then another Macca and P8 from Ryan Harper, and Charlie McCabe are silver class P1, followed by Rich Gasson in the Porsche, Alex Goncalves in another BMW in the gold category P1, followed by Dvorak, Mr. Dave White, and Thomas Pichon in the AMG. And in P15, we have Gabriel Hauke, followed by Michael Stevens in another Porsche, followed by Phil Walker, in the Lamborghini, and the Godzilla, the Nissan from Carlos Barros in P18. Wayne Bennett in 19, followed by Ryan Greenaway in P20. Dennis McElligott, or Hitman as he is known in this beautiful livery Bonkley, followed by Damian Krajewski in another Lamborghini, and here we have Richard Atkinson in the Audi. I have to scroll down my list a little bit since it's so many drivers.
1 minute left. You have 1 minute left.
Yeah, I think we'll do it. And the Dark Side and the Hillier in P24, followed by Dave Long and Mark Hallidan, and Eddie Wilkins in P27, and alongside him, Rob Larby. Whoa. And here we have RP1 for the bronze class, Ben Goimer in the Ferrari, alongside Matt Keys, and Chenda Berzek right behind Ben, looking to be shaping up to a very nice battle. And the Batman, Paul Joswick in P32 in the Lexus, Bruce Ois in another Audi in P33. Oh, those jumps. And Dean Hyde in 34, Samuel Rock in 35, Mark Schwartz, Don Speak English in 37, 38 belongs to Joao Dominguez, and Bruce Hopkins in P39, who did not set a qualifying lap. All right, that's our grid. Let's
interesting. Let's have a look. What's going to happen? Just
in
time.
Perfect timing, mate.
Yeah, guys, and interesting enough, Gabriel, our leader at all, is on P15, so he did not have a very great qualification.
Yes, but he has quite a lead in the points, so I think he can afford to play it safe in this race, just to avoid all the carnage.
Yeah, but Roman Fraller is direct competitors in P3, so we're in for an interesting development there as well.
And there we go, they're off.
We're off.
So far, so good. First corners towards the back, everything is still okay, it seems. I don't see any yellow lights flashing up. I think we are properly through.
Awesome.
Gabriel Hauke is under attack by Thomas Pichon, coming into Maggots and Beckett's, but he backs out of that fight. In P1, Hakan Roholt has jumped Isaac Santiago in the Maggots and Beckett's and is now leading the race. So yeah, again, another very good coverage by myself on my part. And in the back also, we just saw Dave Lewis attack Cotton for P4 and has snuck through.
Pavel Oswick has also made a couple of spaces up in the Lexus. I think he's overtaken 3 cars just in the first couple of
good
quarters.
start. Very good start.
Yes, the track is only damp though. It's very, very dry for those conditions, and the rain is going to be reducing. So we could very much see a dry end to this race, which would present a very good mix-up of the drivers, I guess, in the pits and everything.
Absolutely, and it's going to bring tire strategy into question as well, because in the damp conditions, with everybody practicing in the wet, they're probably going to have slightly overheating wet tires. So are they going to wait and try and wait out and see if dry tires come into play at the end, or is somebody going to start pitting for more wet tires? We'll see.
Yeah, there will be a lot of complaints in those cockpits about their tire temperatures, all going up to 39 psi or 31, right? So well, it's going to be
39 can be a little bit extreme.
That's a bit too much, so you get an explosion.
Yeah, but Dave Lewis is on a mission. He is already on the back of Roman Frawler's BMW and is looking to make a pass. But question is, where do you make this pass here?
And meanwhile, Charlie has managed to keep his position on P9, whereas Dave White has lost 2 places.
Indeed, yeah. And Thomas Pichon
Gabe has made up 3 places already. So
Thomas Pichon is on the back of Alex Goncalves, while Dvorak has seemed to jump Goncalves on the start and is now in P1 for the gold class.
Gabe Holka already making up 3 positions since the start of the race as well. Very good stuff from him.
Definitely. And further a little bit back, again, those 2, Carlos Barros and Michael Stevens at it again, like the whole season. Like they are,
really?
Yes, bumper to bumper. They are inseparable, like conjoined twins.
Also, and that those are 2 completely different cars.
Yes, the Porsche is slow on the straights, but very quick through the corners. And
we've got an accident in the back, and it's Andy Hillier and Dennis McElligott having a little bit of a tussle.
Oh, and Andy has lost all of his places, I believe, and he is down to last place. Let's check this replay. What happened here?
Oh, well, I just gained the position back on that.
Yeah, they are very close.
They were fighting through the couple of corners before as well.
I think I went a little bit too far back, but maybe we will see murder.
Oh, there we see.
I've got a strange feeling that we will see a murder. While we're looking at the replay, Joao Dominguez also appears to have had a spin and is now in last position.
Oh, there we go. There we go. And the rear end has slipped around him, and he is in the sand. Cannot rejoin the track because he could potentially take someone out. Has to wait until everyone passes him.
That's a good safe rejoin.
Yes, very good handling on Andy's part.
I think Dan waited for him to give him back the position.
Indeed. And yes, as you said, Joao Dominguez.
And Ryan as well. And Ryan Greenaway is also out. Is he out of the race?
He is.
No, he's still running, but he's quite a significant part down.
Yeah. Yes, I think he's being lapped already by everyone.
Yeah, it seems like he's got damage on his car.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh.
I don't see any visual signs of damage. So
it's entirely possible that it's just emotional damage as well, so
could be. Maybe he had to jump out from the rig for a moment. I don't know. Things could have happened. Anyway, to check up back in front with Lewis and Cotton, who are battling it out for P4.
There he goes.
Cotton had to run a little bit wide, which left him open to attack from Cormac Quinn, but Cormac has
a very good look. There he goes. He will probably try to make a move.
And just a little bit too far back.
I'm just going to quickly interject. Michael Stevens is in the wall, and it looks like he's either had a disconnect or something, because it doesn't even look like he's trying to rejoin the track.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's a shame. It's a shame. But let's... And we just missed another battle, did we?
I'm looking at Dave Lewis.
Dave is in the pits.
He's in the pits, yeah.
He's in the pits. Dave has gone into the pits. Do you think this is a planned pit stop already? Will he try to go with the dries?
It could be if he's gambling that it's going to be wet for the rest of the race, and he reduces his tire pressures now to actually have optimal tire pressures. It might be the way to go.
I think so too. Yeah, because it looks like there's a big dry line.
Yes, I am very much interested if he is picking up
the lap times at the moment.
Lap times, currently best lap time is a 2:06.7 by Hakon Roholt, over a second quicker than the second best lap time, which is a 2:07.6, or actually a 2:07.4 from Roman Froller.
So can we check on oh, he's still in the pit, so maybe it was not a planned pit stop. Oh, there he goes.
Let's see. I need to do some pro-level streamer things to check his tires. No, he's on wets. He's remaining on wets.
Oh,
those are wet tires. I don't know. I don't remember him having.
Oh, and he got a drive-through as well.
Oh no.
He must have got on a drive-through for speeding in the pits.
Stop and go.
Oh,
and
there you go.
That's pulling out of the race.
Stopping.
Oh, that must be really frustrating.
That's a shame, because he was...
Oh, we've just seen Wayne Bennett getting taken out.
That was fortunate timing for a commentator's curse. That's Rich Atkinson behind him. Oh!
Oh, yeah, well, that's not
it
Rich.
Seems like...
Yeah, he had to move out.
Yes.
Rich couldn't move. Rich couldn't do anything about it.
I don't think it's... Yeah, I think Wayne may have just lost it on the outside curb there in the traction zone.
Yes.
Yeah, because he had to brake a bit harder because he had a very good exit on that other car.
I think he's reset back to pits now as well.
Yes, Wayne Bennett is reset pits while we're following the battle of 4P4 between Cotton, Quinn and Harper.
Yeah, Ryan Harper has made some positions as well, sneaking his way through the field.
Indeed.
Gabe is up to P11 at the moment. Charlie made up a position thanks to the...
Yeah, because Dave has stopped, yeah. Who do we want to curse next? Let's
have a quick look at Charlie McCabe. I'm sure he needs a bit of a commentator's curse as well.
Yeah.
He's
got Rich in his back.
Yes, indeed. Still a safe distance ahead from Rich, I would say. About a second.
Absolutely, he's doing a great job driving. He's already beating his qualifying times on full tank of fuel. So great driving from him so far.
Indeed, I agree. And while we have switched away, Ryan Harper has made a pass on Cormac.
Yes, he's
excellent
Ryan
stuff.
is quick. Ryan is very quick tonight.
Indeed, Ryan is almost 3/10 quicker than Cormac. Is Cormac having a little bit of issues currently in those changing conditions?
Someone's already cooling his tires. Or was that is that a back marker? No.
I did not catch it. Do you know who it was?
There was a BMW. I think it was maybe Mick. No. Yeah, I think it was Mick Tartan. Who was already cooling his tires on the straight.
Could be. And this time, Ryan is already over the back of Cotton's BMW. And I do believe we will see an attack after the hangar straight. If he gets a good exit out of Maggots and Beckett's, or actually out of Chapel.
Got a new fastest lap in the race, 2:06.3 from Hakan Roholt as well. I mean, he's really putting the pace down now. He's putting the hammer down, absolutely massive.
Incredible. He's got a
Indeed.
big gap of 3 seconds already. Here you can see on board that it's not safe yet to go on slicks.
It's still too wet. Rain is still coming down, even though very little of it, but still much too wet for slicks.
Absolutely, and with the low temperatures and the sort of evening coming in, it's not going to be coming off the track as quickly as it would be if it was sunshine. So yes. I think it'll be a wet race all the way through.
Yes, I very much think the same thing. And I do believe that Gabriel Hauke is preparing for an attack behind here for P10 on Mark Dvorak, who is also in turn very close to Rich Gasson. Again, too many battles happening at the same time. And
Great, it's the evening of non-stop action again, so
yes.
Just proves how competitive the dads are getting.
Indeed, and we have a Rich Gasson in, sorry, not Rich Gasson, Rich Atkinson in YouTube chat, retired from the race with beer in hand. Let's pull him into the commentator's box.
Yes.
Hello.
Let's hear what he has to say. What happened?
How are you, Mr. Atkinson, tonight? Not particularly good, I would say, considering you are out of the rig and beer in hand, or maybe even better than the rest of the Yahoos sweating in their rigs.
Well, that's it. That's it. You know, it is what it is.
It was kind of unfortunate. You couldn't avoid the contact probably because there was a swerve in front of you, and there was no place for you to go.
Yeah, was it Wayne? Wayne lost it on the outside. Wayne. He's still in the pits. He's already 3 laps down, so he's not having a much better time than you are.
Yeah, they come out the corner heading towards the inside of the hairpin. I had a good run up on the outside, and then Wayne just lost it in front of me and clad into me. Obviously, it's just one of those things there, isn't it? It's, like I said, it is what it is. We have the beer now, so it's all good.
It's all good. And you're in the commentator's box.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice and it's lovely in here. It's really nice.
It's lovely, huh?
Yeah, we've got air conditioning here, unlike in the cars, so it's not that bad.
Maybe you'll join us full time for next season.
Nobody wants to hear my voice for a full 55 minutes, so.
I'm sure you would do a very good job. I mean,
must be better than the racing anyway for me. So.
Sure. You don't need to sandbag anymore. You know, it's the final race.
True.
Ooh, look at that! Gabe made a move.
Gabe made a move on Dvorak and is now passed. And this was coming out of Village, I believe.
Yeah, better exit.
Yes.
Much more traction, and there he goes.
And it was a great switch back there as well.
Yep.
Yeah, and he is now in P10. All right, Rich, I'm going to move you back up. Thank you for joining us briefly in the commentator's box. Enjoy your beer, enjoy your night, enjoy the crappy coverage.
Thanks very much, guys.
All right, have a nice one, lad.
Bye.
Enjoy.
That was Rich Atkinson.
Ryan is, by the way, still at it.
Ryan and Cotton have now caught up with Roman Frawler.
But Charlie is actually close to Mick now as well, so there's a lot of action in that section.
Yes, too much action actually. we need to pull some of the guys from the race directly.
Oh,
into
look
the
at that!
Oh,
Look at
and
that!
Cotton has run wide. Will this give Harper a good run?
There goes. Yeah.
Not enough. Not enough. Maybe a switchback. And I'm afraid not this time around. Not this time around. It's really tricky when you're attacking someone in front and you have someone on your back at the same time. You have to be very careful, because if you mess up your attack, you will quickly lose the position to the guy behind you as well.
Yeah, because Jordan is very quick as well in the BMW. He's just not just quick enough to make the move on Roman, but it's so close. It's so close.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, there he goes. See again.
Yeah.
So now maybe he can do the same move as Gabe did. No.
Not quite there.
Has a little bit better exit, but will the draft play a role here?
It's really tricky there as well, because if you are on the racing line that's drying, you do have a lot more grip, and if you go off the racing line, you need to brake a little bit earlier, so overtaking in these conditions is just really tricky.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And you don't want to make a mistake, because then you lose a position. Because look at the exit.
Absolutely.
Ryan again. There comes Ryan. It is not the corner to overtake.
No, indeed, it is not.
You don't want to go there. No.
I mean, if the cars stick to their lines, it's very much possible to do it through there, but very dangerous place to make an overtake attempt. Very easy to cause an accident.
Absolutely, and you do lose so much time just because of how fast that corner is and how much you have to slow down.
Indeed, but that is very much true. A little bit of a longer straight, the hanger straight, but still not enough draft to make any significant attempt after the straight into Stowe. Yeah, these guys, I'm predicting, will be glued together for quite some time, if not for the whole race. We have Joswick with a yellow and is cutting Maggots and Beckett's.
It was an interesting move.
That's not the line, my friend.
That's not the line.
And ahead of me also, ahead of Joswick, also a very good battle unfolding for B19 between Dave Long, Rob Lorby, and Eddie Wilkins. Another trio glued together.
I think we might be looking at one of our first scheduled pit stops as well. Andy Hillier is in the pits, going in for tires and fuel.
Oh, Eddie nearly lost it.
That's a good catch of the car there. And as you can see, darkness is descending slowly, so it will make things even more interesting.
Andy was already in the back, right? So maybe he is just playing it safe.
Ryan Harper has lost it. Has lost it. Let's check what has happened here. Coming into Brooklands, and it's already a wide line. Was it a self-induced spin?
Too wide.
Very wide.
Curb in the wet, not a good thing to go over, especially not if you have power applied. You won't lose it.
Oh, look at that! How many places he loses?
Yes,
definitely.
And he goes for the pits.
Oh, he went to the pit.
Yeah, what are you going to do at that point, right? No point in continuing then anymore, unless you're predicting that weather conditions are going to change.
Yeah, and looking at the forecast in the next 30 minutes, it's not going to be the rain's not going to be letting up. So
I think the conditions are going to stay as they are until the end of the race, and hopefully he can recover some lost time in the pits. But these two are still going at it.
And Jordan doesn't feel the pressure from the back anymore, so he might
Yes.
be willing to risk a bit more.
Although I did say that those three are going to be glued together for the remainder of the race, right? So that's how you cast the commentator's curse, right?
How's Eddie doing? Yeah.
Eddie is really
Still
close
there, he's
to
still there, he's still hanging on.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. See. Uh-oh.
Very close racing. I do not know who to follow. At the very same time I switched to them, Jordan has apparently made a little bit of a mistake as he has dropped back a little bit from Frawler, but not by much. He is still in the same position.
Meanwhile, Carlos Barros lost his... there we go for the pit. Carlos Barros is driving in his Nissan all by himself.
Well, not really. He has a green Lambo in his...
Oh, he got a green Lambo now. He's found a new mate to battle it out with. Now that Stevens is out.
Yes.
Jordan Cotton, I think we've just seen go into the pits. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah,
indeed,
exactly.
Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed. I don't see Stevens in the Discord chat, so we can't invite him to ask what's going on. And Carlos
there we go.
in
There
the
goes
pits.
Carlos. So now we are seeing the regular pit stops.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah, we're almost halfway through the race. This is the perfect time to be making a pit stop, really.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Especially if the conditions are not changing, it's safe to get your tires changed. Maybe adjust the tire pressure a bit because the temperatures are very low.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the conditions are very dry, so they might be overheating their tires, so they might want to reduce the pressures a little bit.
Reduce it a bit, exactly.
Yeah, and while the rest of the field is in the pits, this battle between Mick Tartan and Charlie McCabe and Rich Kessa.
Power sliding.
Yes, indeed. Good car control. Good car control.
What was that? You don't want to go power sliding through club.
No, especially not in the wet. But so easy to lose the rear in the Porsche through club corner, especially in the wet.
Yep.
You let go of the throttle a little bit too much, and the rear just wants to go around on you.
That's the worst thing about the Porsche.
or the best thing, depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, it needs a lot of practice. Yeah.
While we've been chatting away, Dennis McElliger has been having a great race. He's just driven into the pits to take his scheduled pit stop, but he's been moving through the field all the way up to P23 from the back. So great stuff from him after the little accident that he may have caused.
May have caused, yeah, exactly. It shows that, you don't give up. You just keep going.
Definitely.
Oh, look
Never
at that.
give up.
Oh.
You should never give up, especially not in a wet race. So many things can happen. So many positions can be gained by just staying on the track.
By the way, guys, did you notice at the end I think it's at the end of Hanger Straight, there's a guy waving a flag. It's so confusing when you're driving, when you're doing from the cockpit view. I think it's from Hanger Straight at the end. We're going there now. And it's like he's waving a warning flag.
Oh, is that one of the guys? One of those guys in the crowd who just had to bring a flag. Oh yeah, there they go.
Yeah, that's so annoying, especially when you're focusing and suddenly you see in a flash of in the corner of your eye you see something flashing. It's like, oh, there's a little flag, maybe or something happened. Oh no, it's just stupid. Oh, there I go again. It's back. It's a red one.
I've got some horrible news about our boss, Dennis McElliger. It looks like he's got a stop and go 30 that he's picked up in during his pit stop.
And he's also moving very slowly on the track, or was he just letting traffic through?
Yeah,
I think he was. Yeah.
Yeah. He's just letting the quicker drivers through.
It must be so frustrating to just miss the pit speed limiter.
Dave White is currently in P28, 29, and yes, he has pitted.
He went in. He has pitted.
He has pitted and is right on the back of Joao Dominguez, trying to get past. This is for position.
This is for
trying
position.
to go out around the outside, but
normally he is quicker, but he's not getting
Joao
it for
is
free.
not giving it up.
There we go in that. Oh yeah, this is a very tight corner.
Yes, and at the
Meanwhile,
same time again, Carlos is just behind them.
Yeah,
hey, you got some new victims to harass.
Yeah, he's seeing the fight in front of him and is just thinking, "Thank you very much. I'm going to take those 2 places when you 2 have an accident."
Exactly. Just apply some extra pressure.
And I don't know if you have noticed, but I think the spray from the cars has completely stopped.
Decreased. It has stopped nearly.
And
so,
Dave is
there we
through.
go.
Carlos has exploited that hole as well and is going now around the outside of Joao Dominguez.
That was a very nice move from Carlos there as well.
Yeah, on the outside.
Whoa, that's a sharp move. I think that was a bit defensive, actually.
Looked like it. He's got enough space.
Indeed.
But it looks like it's drying up slowly,
Yes.
but...
Yes, indeed.
What about the lap times? Can we see them?
Lap times? I'm not sure how to show you the lap time. Oh yeah, actually I can bring up the times, but yeah, this also doesn't show the lap times, right? Sorry.
No.
So
well,
I can tell you it's a 2:06.3 currently still.
It's still there, yeah.
Yeah. The best lap time that I've seen in the last sort of 5 minutes has been a 2:06.8 from Roman Frawler, but everybody else seems to be driving in the 2:07s, 2:08s, especially the people who haven't pitted yet.
Ooh. There's some heavy battling there.
Yes, another 3-way battle between Charlie McCabe, Rich Gasson, and Gabriel Hauke. Battling it out for current P6, and Rich has decided to dive out. This just leaves these
smart,
two.
Actually.
Yes, if you cannot get past, it might be smarter to dive in the pits. Maybe you're released into a bit fresher air.
Yeah, Mick Tartan is also in the pit. We're seeing a lot of people pitting now.
Yeah, Alexander Goncalves as well, I think.
Gabe is on the mission, that's for sure.
Look
at that speed. It's and I think Charlie might be struggling with his tires.
Yes, certainly moving around a bit.
I think Rob Larby has had a spin just before the pit lane as well, probably trying to come in a little bit too sharp, but he's now in the pits, so not too much time lost for him.
Ooh, that's lucky.
There's just so much going on. I don't know which battle to focus on.
No. True,
yeah.
But it's good. You know, at the top, it's like Hakan is He's got a 8.5 second lead.
Yes, Hakan is just
on Santiago. Isaac. So and
and Alexander Goncalves just emerged from the pits with a stop and go 30 penalty, which throws the gold class, gold category championship wide open. And currently we have Dvorak leading in the gold class. I think Dvorak is gold, right?
Thomas is doing a good job. And Jordan Cotton.
Jordan Cotton is doing, Dvorak is Platina. Sorry, Dvorak is Platina. This means Thomas Pichon is leading for the gold class.
But he still has to pit, I think.
Yes.
And, yes, he does.
And Jordan already pitted, so it will be interesting to see where Thomas will end up. If Thomas, Jordan is now in...
He's in P11 right now.
So he's doing a good job. And Thomas is in P8, but he still has to pit.
He still has to pit, exactly. And
so
he doesn't have a lot of...
and we saw Jordan battling for P2, P3 in the beginning, so...
Yes.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of cars going into the pits now as well. Cormac Quinn, Charlie McCabe, Matt Dvorak, is a lot of cars in the leading positions now going into the pits as well.
Indeed. Also, Isaac Santiago is in pits from P2. while we still have a three-way battle, but the cars have changed a little bit. So it's Dave White, Carlos Barros, and Phil Walker battling it out for current P18. All three of them have already pitted.
The angry frog, Phil Walker.
Yes.
It seems to be like a little frog. But he's fast. He's fast.
Definitely.
It's a fast, angry frog.
Yeah.
Joao Dominguez is currently leading the AM class, although he has not pitted yet. And Ben Goimer, who is in P27 and at the same time P2 for the bronze category, has already pitted and is leading over Dean Hyde for over 11 seconds. So he is in a very good position to win this race in the bronze category.
Yeah, but in the championship he's a bit way down. So we got Don still. Is Don still driving? Yes, he is in P13.
P30, yeah, P30 and P4.
So he's holding off Sam Rock, who's behind him. So that's good.
Yes, P4 at the moment for Don, but Joao Dominguez has just pitted. And Hakon Rohold is in the pits from P1.
There we go.
Yeah, that gives Roman Fowler the lead of the race for now.
Indeed. It's still a good feeling, even if you know that you have to give it up, you know. It's still a good feeling to be in P1.
Yeah, but you see, there's already been 3 or 4 who've had a drive-through.
Yes, it can
go
still
penalty,
happen.
so it can also happen.
It can also happen. And in the pits, we had a mix-up. Rich Gasson has jumped Charlie McCabe, so the undercut has worked. And Rich Gasson is now leading, is ahead of Charlie McCabe. He was behind him just in the pits.
And Dave White is closing in. So he's only...
Yes,
Dave
indeed.
White is... Well, it's still a long gap, a big gap, but still. Oh, what's happening on the back? Oh, interesting at the back.
Mark Hallidan attacking Dave Long into farm. I believe that's farm, right?
I think it is, yeah.
Yep. Oh, it's going to be interesting. Look. He's got a better exit.
Yes, and
look,
he's gonna give it up that easily. No.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, very well held around the outside.
But
he's a little bit faster.
He's still a little bit ahead.
Still not over.
And he had to concede, or he's going for the switch around. Nope, he had to concede. The track is just that little bit wetter on the outside, and
is that a plus? Do I see a plus there in the screen?
Yes, but that's 30 minutes away.
That's 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
I'm looking at the pit board again, and for some reason Charlie McCabe back in the pits, and I didn't see a stop and go or a drive through for him. So could it have been a mistake with tires, taking dry tires instead of wets?
Could be because the gap was.
He's
taking a risk. But why would you take a risk when you're leading?
Do you think he has gone on dries right now?
We can have a look. I don't think so.
No, those are still wets. Still wets.
I think he might have been on slicks. Well, we can ask him after the race, maybe. If he is willing to answer it, because I'm thinking there's a bit of cursing going on at the moment.
Indeed, he is down in
entirely
P23.
Possible.
Yes, dry tires were fitted, according to Wayne in the YouTube chat.
Ah, see, that's what happens. Yeah. So always
stay
focused. It's so hard. Been a brilliant
seems
race
like
so far, so still not over, guys. It's still nearly 20 minutes to go.
Yes.
So we'll see where he ends up. He's now back in.
It seems like It seems like for him and for Dennis McElligott, it seems to have been the fault of the in-game pit crew, both of them complaining that the dry tires were fitted due to a game bug rather than their selection.
Oh, that's a new one. I've not heard about that game bug, but
Neither have I, to be honest. But
yeah, I haven't experienced it, but I've got the information courtesy of our trackside correspondent Wayne Bennett.
awesome.
I mean, it's ACC. Anything can happen, right?
Absolutely. I have to say, in my experience, it's the occasional bug happens. I've had a situation in the 24 hours of Spa where I pitted and stopped the car in my pit box, and it turned 180 degrees while stationary.
Oh wow!
So the game is absolutely not faultless.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Just looking at this battle, Ryan Harper did spin when just before going into the pits. He was previously in the battle with Cotton and Quinn, and is now just behind Barton in P8, but climbing all over the back of that BMW in front.
Look at that! Jordan is already back in P5 because Pichon made his stop. Is now back in P12.
Yes, indeed.
Impressive stuff.
So that's good. But you see, he made an early stop, so he might be suffering at the end of the race. But
yeah, the only two people.
Well, Ryan is quick again.
Yeah, the only two people.
Shame he made a mistake. Sorry.
That's okay. They're the only two people who still have a pit stop to make. Roman Fowler and Eddie Wilkins. Roman, especially, 42-second gap behind him. It's going to be tight if he can keep it in P1.
Oh yeah.
Do you think 40 seconds is enough for a pit stop?
It's 30 seconds. It's 30 seconds stationary. I've got a feeling that it's more than 10 seconds lost through the slow driving.
Yes.
But
yes.
No, but he had an 8.5 second lead.
But
before, so
Isaac is another 13 seconds down, so it could be for P2.
It could be for P2.
P2, it's enough.
I'm looking at his lap times as well, and his current lap times, Roman Fowler's, are 2:08s, and the chasing pack behind him are in the 2:06 and 2:07s. So I'm not quite sure why he's not pitting just yet. Maybe he's just maybe he just really wants that statistic of laps led.
or he's looking for a gap.
Maybe. And Ryan Harper is alongside Mick Tartan. Oh, going into club.
Oh.
Still side by side.
And behind them, Gabe Halka is looking for an advantage, and Gabe Halka is through into P8.
Excellent. He says thank you very much for that.
Awesome racing.
Oh, yeah, love that.
And Gabe wants the P7 as well, apparently, because he's going side by side into farm, but had to back out there. Maybe he gets a good drive out of village and can maybe get a good slipstream down the Wellington Straight and then make a move into Brooklands.
Yeah, but
there's
look,
a three-way battle.
Not giving up. Ryan is not giving up. Oh yeah,
he has to concede for now.
Oh, Ryan Harper moving in the front.
But now the track switched around.
And remember, these are guys that are willing to take a risk.
Yes, also Rich Gasson coming into the mix, so it's a four-way battle right now. And in the meantime, Roman Fowler has emerged from pits in P3, so it was not enough to nick P2 from Isaac Santiago, and Eddie Wilkins is also in the pits.
I think that means all of our drivers have pitted with 15 minutes left in the race, so what we see now should be the battles for the final order.
Battles towards the end. Is Mick Tartan cooling his tires? I think he is.
Like it. Yeah, he's doing that all race. He's been doing that a few laps already, at least. But he's the only one doing it. That's a funny part.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it actually works in this game.
That was
probably, I think he's struggling with his tire temps. So
that was a brown pants moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Ryan lost it
Oh,
for the
no.
sausage. Oh, shame.
Oh, that's a sausage. There is a sausage.
Yeah, that's a sausage and a half. I'll tell you that.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, just went a little bit too tight over it, and bye-bye.
Yeah.
He had absolutely no visibility through the car in front of him, so he just had to guess where the apex was.
That's true, but the good thing is he hasn't lost too much.
No.
He is still very much capable of gaining time on these three here and rejoining the battle again.
Absolutely, only 2 seconds behind right now, so he's gonna be back in the fight for sure.
Definitely. Let's see what else is going on the track. Of course, I'm going to leave the imagery on this battle because I have a feeling things can happen here. Just to cast some commentator's curse. The rest of the Krajewski has just lost it into farm. Was there contact or
no?
Self-induced. A little bit of sausage. Shame. Losing positions.
He's still driving through the grass now and trying to find a really good, good spot to actually rejoin the track safely.
Yes, but doing that has earned him a drive-through penalty because he has cut too much of the track.
Look at that!
Yep, in the pits. I mean, reset the pits. Or is he continuing on? I don't know.
He will continue because he's just. I believe he's just before the start-finish straight, so he might have just. That's just really unlucky for him.
Yes, indeed. And we have Gabe trying to make a move on Tartan.
Look, there's Cormac.
Cormac is 8 seconds ahead of them, 9 seconds. Behind them is Ryan Harper, 1.5 seconds. Just waiting for.
Rich is still there. Yeah.
Yes. Just waiting for one of them to make a mistake, I guess. Up in front, Hakon is still leading the race. His gap has extended to 15 seconds.
Yeah, so that's incredible.
Unless something happens, he will probably win this final race of the season. They're really going offline to cool the tires.
Yeah.
Oh, Mick is wide. Mick is really wide. Has this allowed Gabe to sneak through? He has to go on around the long side of Luffield here.
That McLaren is just so good around the outside of corners, though.
Yes. But I don't think it was enough.
No, it wasn't quite enough.
Oh, that's a bit of weaving. Too scared of Rich.
I think it's more to fill the mirrors of Mick in front, just to keep his eyes glued on the mirrors and maybe force him to a mistake.
Could be.
And Charlie McCabe behind is making up progress, making up places, is already in P20, has just made a move on Matt Keys. Is now in P20.
That's good stuff.
Sorry, again, I have to switch back to these three because actually these four. Ryan has rejoined the chat.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan is super quick tonight. It's just a bit unfortunate with that earlier spin. He lost the back. And then the sausage.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he could have been on podium.
Definitely.
For those mistakes.
If we look at his PB, a 2:06.8, which puts him, among the top 5 lap times, I guess, of the race.
I believe that's the 3rd fastest lap of the race, so...
Yeah. It's just a bit unfortunate.
Indeed it is.
Oh, but look at this, it's not over yet.
No, definitely not over 4-way battle for
Cormac
P6.
is struggling a lot, but he's still. I mean, it's amazing how he's managing to keep them off. Oh, look at that! Ryan made the move on Rich.
Rich has
Conceded.
dropped to the back of the pack, and hit. Oh, that's that. Another hit.
Collateral damage as well.
And there goes Rich, being. It's not like 4. It's like 3 dogs fighting over a bone, and the 4th one.
Let's see what happened here. An uncharacteristic mistake by Gabe, maybe trying to make a move on Mick. Tries to go up the inside. Just a little bit too late on the brakes.
Yep, and then and look at that. Rich is the fortunate one.
Yes,
making
Rich
up 3
has,
places in the process.
Rich has definitely made up the places here.
And Matt Votak as well in there, getting the 3 places for free, basically.
Yeah, the 3 places for free. Look at that. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Well, those 3.
And look
Mick
at that.
has missed
Mick
the corner.
Damage.
Oh, quite lucky not to spin there as well.
Saved it, and Thomas Pichon has joined the party.
Yeah, of course. He's like, okay.
So one bump has really mixed up our field.
I wonder if there's a bit of damage going on for Mick and Gabe, just because they did have contact and then the secondary contact as well.
Yeah.
Even if the damage is minimal with those overheating tires, when you slide them a little bit more.
Oh, Mick, see, he's coming in the pit.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Mick is
retiring.
Mick is retiring.
Oh, he's retiring. Yeah. That's a shame. That's a shame. He had a brilliant race so far.
Yeah, a real shame. Yeah, as I was saying, if you already have overheating tires and you slide them a little bit over the tarmac, like in the event of a spin, those temps go up even higher, and then the rear end can get very, very feisty. So it's and it adds a little bit of damage, maybe to the suspension, maybe to aero, and yeah, you got yourself a rebellious car on your hand.
Yeah, but guys, can I mention something?
Yes,
look
of
at
course.
the position of David. Dave White is now on P12. That will give him a lot of extra points. Oh, P11 even. Whereas Charlie is only on P20, will be P19. So there will be enough points difference. So this might be the coup. I think this will be the coup of the evening.
And even in the
taking Charlie, because everybody was saying Charlie will win it.
Absolutely, and even just in the silver class, that's a five place difference between the 2 of them. So
should be enough.
This is 10 points of a difference, because the P1 gets a 5 points bonus.
Yeah, bonus. Yeah.
But Charlie has 1 point bonus for the quali lap.
Yeah.
But it's still 9 points, which should be enough for Dave to take P1 in the silver class at the end.
Yeah, that's something to watch out for.
Definitely.
The remainder of the race, what will happen?
Yeah, remember, guys, it's not over until the British lady sings.
Exactly.
We still have 5 minutes left to go, and there's so much that can happen.
Definitely. Go a little bit back here. We have Matt.
Look at Carlos. Carlos is already moving up into P11.
Yes, Carlos is also flying, but further down the back here, we have a couple of battles going on currently between Goimer, Goncalves, and Keys. All 3 of them in 3 different categories, but still going at it.
I'm not 100% sure what's just happened, but Dave White has lost a couple of positions on the track to the pro drivers. So he's only just in front of Martin Halladin. And Charlie McCabe has made up a position on Rob Larby as well. So this fight for the championship is actually getting a lot tighter than we thought it would be.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed, but Charlie has a gargantuan job ahead of him if he wants to move up again another position, because he is 13 seconds down from Dave Long. But let's do some quick math. Four positions difference. This would mean 4 points plus the 5 minus the 1 4.
It's 8.
8.
Should be
It
enough.
should
Just
still
1
be
point.
enough. It should still be enough.
Should be 1 point. So there's all to play for.
All to play for as well, still.
Indeed. Indeed. Oh!
Oh, we've just got a little bit of contact there.
A little bit more than just a left tap. Over the sausages goes Goimer.
Oh no,
He's
and
losing
then...
it. Yeah, he has caught the car but had to concede the position.
That's unfortunate.
Let's see, up in front again, Walker and Carlos Barros going at it, very close together on the track.
Cotton, I think, passed Cormac or not?
And hold your horses, Roman Froller just set the fastest lap of the race, a 2:06.28.
And he's just on the tail of Isaac Santiago as well.
Yeah, that could be interesting for P2.
Battle for P2 is developing in the final minutes of the race. And moving back to the incident between Goimer and Goncalves, Goncalves has let Goimer again go through as a way of saying, yeah, sorry about the tap, here you go back ahead. And they are resuming racing back there as well. Let's check in on Roman Froller. How are things going there?
Yeah, he's going really quick.
I think they have a back marker ahead of them, number 77, Andy Hillier. And there's another McLaren between them.
Yeah.
Who is this?
It's going to be Dean Hyde and Andy Hillier in front of them.
Yes, indeed. Those two are bumper to bumper.
Let's definitely put them closer together.
Yes.
Dean Hyde trying to...
Oh, look at that.
Dean desperately trying to get out of the way of this fight, just thinking, oh no, don't let me ruin this.
Oh,
look at that. Oh,
Roman thinking better of it.
Had to back out. Well, not had to, but better to back out and walk away with the P3 than have a spin and end up in P10. Because the field is still pretty much bunched up together. Even though we do have gaps here and there. And in the meantime, Charlie is also on a flyer, but I'm afraid he will run out of time. He is setting a 2:06.8, actually a 2:08 current time, and is catching Dave Long, but will not be enough.
10 seconds is a big gap.
Yeah.
To make up in realistically 1 lap.
Yes. Hakon Roholt will just about cross the start-finish line, starting the final lap of the race.
Yeah, with a 20-second lead over Isaac Santiago.
Yeah,
That's
incredible.
a very, very impressive driving in the Lamborghini.
Impressive, yeah. Especially in the Lamborghini, yeah.
Last 60 seconds of the lap time, and then basically waiting for Hakan to finish the lap, and whoever comes in behind.
Will the Roman make a final move in the final lap for P2?
I'd be very surprised if he doesn't give it a go. He's a little faster on track than Isaac in front of him.
Maybe another attempt down the Hanger Straight.
It's only for the race position. For the championship, it's... Well, actually...
He gets a good exit.
I think Gabe has enough... has a big gap, 23 points.
This time trying to go around the outside.
He's giving it a go. Awesome.
Oh,
Action.
has he made
He
it?
will make it. Oh, it's too wide.
He's just run out of...
It's good. He did it.
Can he keep it through the chicane as well?
No, Isaac.
No, Isaac slammed the door right in his face.
Yeah, held the line.
Well held.
Well held, yeah, for sure. But
Still half a lap to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
no way!
No, that's that's a fourth. Oh yeah, now.
Oh, I think he should give that position back.
Yeah, he should
I
give the
don't
position
think
back.
he should
To be honest.
keep that position. And Isaac has a
because
drive-through. Isaac has a drive-through.
That's what I've just noticed. Isaac Santiago picked up a drive-through somewhere in that battle.
So, irregardless, even if he lets him back in
because he
front,
got an off track, final one.
Yeah, that must have been. It must have been somewhere in there.
Either it was a tap from Roman.
and here
Did he got it?
Hakon Roholt.
Oh, here we
just,
go. There we go.
won
Incredible.
the race. Congratulations. But let's move back here. Will there be another move? No, there will not be.
Oh, and he's not giving back the position.
No, I think with Isaac having the drive-through, there's not much point in him giving back the position, to be honest.
True.
It will be interesting to see from the steward's decision.
Yeah.
What
absolutely
will be ruled here. But Roman Fowler and Isaac Santiago have crossed the finish line. Cotton has won the gold category.
Race and championship.
Absolutely. And P11 and 12, there might still have be some interesting stuff with a half a second difference, with a few final corners left.
Maybe late lunch.
Late lunch from Phil Walker. He's definitely making his presence known.
Yes, but I think he's a little bit too far behind.
Guys,
look at that! Isaac has received 30 seconds penalty on top of that, which will relegate him far down the order because of that drive-through.
Yeah, I believe it's if you don't fulfill your drive-through by the end of the race, even if you get it on the final lap, that's the penalty you get. You get 30 seconds added to your race time, and it's very unfortunate for him to get it on the last lap.
Dave White manages to hold on.
Yes,
Dave. 13? No. What? Is it after the finish? Out?
Yes.
That will be after the finish line. Yeah.
That's after the finish line. Thank God. He just about held Halladin off. If Halladin would have passed him, then Charlie McCabe would have won the silver class.
Yeah, but look, Charlie is very close to Dave Long now. So did he finish?
That's over the finish line already.
Yeah.
It finished. All right. Yeah, I can't. Isaac is complaining. Is saying sorry to Roman.
So it seems like it seems like that contact was actually caused by Isaac lifting to not try to get the drive-through, but
he did it in the end anyway. I'm going to be starting to move the winners of the race into the commentators box. So for bronze, it was not Dean Hyde who won, right? This was Ben Goimer, I believe.
No. I don't know.
I think Ben Goimer did win, but he's gone from the race already.
Yes, but he is in the channel still. So yeah, I will invite Ben Goimer as the winner of bronze class. For silver class is Dave White. If I find him, there he is at the top of the list. For gold class, we have Jordan. Cotton. And for platinum class, Hakon Roholt, if I find him as well.
A little bit lower down.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Hello, lads. Welcome to the commentators box. Hakon is actually muted. Hey, Hakon, you are in the commentators box.
Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations, everyone, on winning your respective classes and the final race for the season 6 of Assetto Corsa Competizioni. Just to go around, let's start with the Platina this time. Congratulations, Hakon, on the overall win and the Platina category win.
Thank you.
Can you describe your race in a couple of words?
A constant battle because of the wet. Pretty, considering how close the quali was, I was thinking we would have a little bit of a closer race, but I seemed to pull out pretty quickly, and I just gain a gap throughout the race. But you can't really take anything for granted in these conditions, so just constantly trying to keep the car pointing forwards, honestly.
It doesn't seem like
incredible,
you're having trouble. You seem like
you seem to be having a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, the car felt good for the first time at Silverstone. I don't know if it's some setting changes I made or if it's just in the wet it behaves better than in the dry. Yeah, but the conditions you can't, as I said, you can't take anything for granted. Suddenly you hit the curb wrong or break something, low brake bias, and you spin out. So yeah, it was enjoyable.
Well, awesome.
Good. Well, congratulations on the commanding lead, because we were all very impressed with the lead that you managed to build up. Very impressive driving.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on to the next class, to the next category, Gold or Pro-Am category. And we have Jordan Cotton, the winner of the Gold category race. And if we are not mistaken, also the Gold category championship.
Yes.
And Gold category Sandbagger.
Hey.
Promotion.
Yeah, I foresee a promotion in my future.
Definitely. I think you were quite dominating.
Guaranteed. Yeah. Impressive racing. Yeah, I think you had an early pit stop. That was a bit of you caught us off guard going in early.
Yeah, I was struggling to get past the guy in front, and I can't remember who it was behind me, was catching me, and I thought rather than sitting here fighting, losing time, I may as well pit early and see if I can get out in some empty space.
It was a smart move, it turned out to be, because you finished, what was it, P4?
Yeah, I finished a position higher than when
actually,
I pitted.
Because Isaac got a stop-go a time penalty.
Oh, then yep. P3 it is.
P3 it is.
Didn't even notice.
Indeed. So congratulations on the overall P3 and the win in the gold category.
Thank you very much.
Moving on to the silver category, Mr. Dave White. Really good performance, a win for the silver category.
I was so glad.
And the championship.
And the championship, if our math is correct.
So glad to pass that pass the finish line. Sorry, swearing. Pass the finish line because the last 3 or 4 laps I had no grip whatsoever. I spun out, I think 2 laps left, and the person was catching me. I'm like, just got to slow down, really slow down. But I was disappointed because I had to pit early because there were 2 cars in front of me that were racing, battling. I just could not get past them. So I was slowing right now. I thought I got the pace. So I thought, let's try and undercut it, go to the pits, come out. Then I stood behind another slow car. But I finally got some space. I'm like, right, put a foot down. And I thought I had a really good stint then. And then obviously hearing Charlie had made a mistake meant that I was in contention with taking the lead in that group. But the last 3 or 4 laps, I thought I was going to hit the side because I just completely lost grip and I started panicking, and then had to slow down and take it easy and just lose pace a bit, but keep the car on the track. But yeah, so relieved to pass that finish line.
It was a real thriller there,
especially
because Charlie made the mistake.
He did. He
put on slicks.
Yeah. So when I heard that, I thought, "Don't think about it." I felt I wanted to shout, "Yes, got a chance here!" Because everything the issue I had is right at the start. I don't know what happened. Gabe, the car in front of me, to start the race was quite slow, so I was not far behind it. But Gabe was inside my car, and then he ended up then coming out in front of me, even though he was behind me. It was really weird. So I had to slow down because I didn't want to hit his car. I did like a weird bug at the start, so I'd already lost positions with that. But yeah, interesting race. I loved it. It was good. Good race to finish the championship.
Yeah, congratulations, man! It was awesome watching you on track and battling it out. And last but not least, winner of the bronze category race, Ben Goimer, from P1 to victory. Can there be anything more sweet? And I think Ben is not around.
He must be away from the rig celebrating with a champagne.
Must be, yeah.
Must be. All right, lads. Thank you one more time for joining us in the commentators box. I'll be moving you back up once again. Congratulations on your wins and on your championships.
Yeah, thanks very much for commentating, guys.
Yeah, awesome commentary all the way through.
Yeah,
congratulations. Thank you guys for driving. We wouldn't have anything to commentate on if it wasn't for you guys.
Definitely.
Great season, guys. Great season.
Yeah, very good season.
All right, lads. Thank you, and I'll see you after.
See you.
Who do I need to move? Mr. Goimer. Let's invite Mr. Charlie McCabe to see what happened with those tires.
Let's have a pity party.
Yeah, maybe, guys, maybe we should also invite Gabe and Don for winning the championships.
Definitely, we'll do that next.
Hello, Charlie.
Hello.
Actually, they're not
Hello,
in the voice chat anymore, so we cannot do that anymore, unfortunately. Hey, Charlie, really unfortunate turn of events. Blistering P1 lap in the quali, and then a mix-up in the pits. What happened there?
Put on slick tyres.
Yep.
I had everything set up. I went into the pit menu, obviously changed tyres on, changed my pressures down. I thought everything was perfect, had a really good pit stop, and then left the pit lane and my tyres were blue. I was like, oh god. So I did one lap, pitted again, put wets on, but by that point my race was done really.
Yeah.
So I was just on a mission to try and gain back as many places in class as I could. I think I finished 4th in class in the end, but that's nowhere near where I wanted to be. So
yeah.
Yes, you were P4.
Your pace was awesome.
Say again,
sorry.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you did finish P4, which unfortunately means that Dave White has nicked the silver championship from you by 1 point. Although it was very close towards the end, since he was under attack by Haladin, and they finished with like 3 tenths between them, so it was still very much open between you two.
He was struggling. He was struggling at the end.
Yeah.
I was on a mission to try and gain 1 more silver place and finish P3 in class because I thought that might just give me enough, but I couldn't close that gap. I had a load of traffic and it was just
Yeah, you got really unlucky where you got left with a big gap with only about 10 minutes to go. So I know as commentator we shouldn't show preference, but I mean I was there rooting for a comeback, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, it's a shame.
A proper thriller there, mate.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it's been a great season anyway, and hopefully I'll be in gold next season if they'll allow it. So
Definitely. I think you're a little bit too fast for silver.
Dave should definitely be up there as well. He's had a great season. So he does deserve to win the season. He's done well.
Yeah, I do see both of you progressing to gold in the next season. If you of course decide to drive. Although I don't see why wouldn't you, right? I can detect on your voice that you are a little bit distraught by the events, but
yeah, I'm gutted, but at the end of the day, it's just a bit of fun in it. So I'll still sleep well. Don't worry.
Good to hear.
Yeah. Well, awesome racing, Charlie. Awesome pace, and just hang in there. The next season will be your season, I predict.
Yeah, hope so.
Just do the 500 laps in practice, and you're golden.
That's it. I've stopped doing that, and I've got better.
Yeah, and I might, if you do 50, I might join you.
That's it. Yeah, 50's fine. 500's too
fine.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna move you back up into the league server chat.
Right. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.
Night.
Thank you.
You too. Good night.
And that was Charlie McCabe, unfortunately losing the silver championship by 1 point after a very good showing in the qualifying and in the race until the mistake in the pits. But well, we also have to commend Dave White, who was also very quick and just a couple of tenths behind Charlie in the qualifying. Although there were other cars between them in the race, but still a very good performance from our Silver Championship winner as well. To wrap things up, I have been asked by our glorious leader, Mr. Hitman, to pull him into the commentator's box, but he is not replying, and he is currently in the stewarding channel streaming the incidents, and I'm not sure if I can just move him in. Actually, I will, just for some fun, or what do you guys say?
Yep.
I reckon just do it.
Do it. All right.
Hey, you're going to be really upset with us.
Yeah, I think we're going to get fired now. Sorry, you asked for this. You wanted to come to the commentator's box after the race. I know you were streaming in the stewards, but this is more important than stewarding.
That can be done later tonight.
Yeah.
We're live.
Does not want to even speak with us.
Right, 7. Who? What? Are we still live?
Yes, you're in the commentator's box. You wanted to come in here, speak a few final words, I guess.
Oh shit! I thought you had come up to the commentary thing because I'm streaming the replay as well.
No, you're not anymore.
Oh, sweet Jesus! To wrap up the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just look, lads. The racing has been phenomenal. There was serious battles there. I had an absolute mare of a night. I watched the majority of the race. The second half of the race, the commentary was brilliant. The game looked savage. Just brilliant racing from across all the classes and some real tight battles. There's definitely going to be some guys being promoted next season, but I don't think there'll be many going down because everyone is fairly quick and fairly in the right spot. But guys, commentary brilliant all season. Really added to it. Everyone has loved it. So thanks a million for that. And just a big thanks to the stewards and the admins and everyone that has raced and helped out during the season. Can't thank you enough. And looking forward to doing it all again in another month or two when everyone's had a good break from ACC.
Yeah, onto AC next, right?
Yeah, AC next week. And then race room, and then everything else that we can imagine.
Awesome stuff.
All right.
Excellent.
All right, guys. Thanks a million.
Yeah, thank you, Hitman. I'll
take care. Talk soon. Thanks, guys.
Big thank you to you as well for organizing this and making sure it all works like clockwork, albeit, not always, not always Swiss clockwork, but
a broken clock is right twice a day.
All right.
It's a pleasure to do it for the likes of you guys. You make it fun.
Well, thank you. Means a lot. And we'll see what the next season brings. And I'm pretty sure it will be as well organized as this one and all the previous ones. And just thank you for putting all the work into organizing those leagues. I know it's an undertaking, and it's just awesome work from you and everyone around it.
Not at all. And fair play. There's a good team of guys here working on this. Again, it's not all me. So I have to thank all the lads as well, including you guys.
All right, thank you. Moving you back up to stewarding so you can do your job. And
thanks a million. Dish out my penalties to myself. I'm already at -10 for tonight's race.
Yes.
Well deserved.
Yeah, we saw that dive.
Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah,
it wasn't even a dive. It was just I'm braking. I'm not braking enough. Too late.
Happens.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right. Take care. Later.
Have a good rest of the night.
Take care. You too, guys.
And that was our glorious leader. And at the same time, thank you to everyone in the chat for the awesome comments. And join us back next season. I'm hoping that we will still have some commentating coverage in the next season. But at the same time, for myself, I'm hoping to actually drive the next season as well because I'm kind of missing it already and just wondering right now how many times I can say season in the same sentence.
Season.
Guys, I want to thank you for tonight. I've been, of course, only a guest commentator for tonight. But you've done a great job all season long. Hey, there we go. Bing. It's good fun, and we'll be driving next time.
Yeah, it was awesome having you aboard. Thanks for lending a hand in the commentators box. It was a really fun endeavor and a really fun race to share with you.
Definitely.
Yeah, I have to say it's been great having you here, Steve. And yeah, thanks for coming, and we hope to see you again.
Cool. Good night, guys.
All right, let's close this down, and see you next time, and see you maybe in the track, maybe on the commentators box. We will see. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful night, and join us again for the next season in whenever that happens. 2-3 months. Who knows? Hitman doesn't, neither do we.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. All right, I have to stop the stream, right? All right, goodbye.
That's the one.